What's going on, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for watching the videos. We had 62 subscribers in the past 28 days, so that's gnarly. We also had multiple videos that have gotten over 2,000 or 3,000 views, which is nuts for me. I have one that got like 10,000 views, and it was a quick 15 minutes before the gym, just like this one. So it's mind blowing that people are watching it, or that the algorithm is actually pushing my videos. So thank you. For everyone taking your time to comment whether you liked it or not. Definitely got some hate. Just to clear up a little bit for the channel, or if you're watching this, you've never seen my face before or the channel before. I am a junior Black Hawk pilot. I am a lieutenant in an aviation flight company. I have about 300 hours, and I am a Black Hawk pilot. So I don't know. I would I'm pretty self-critical on myself. I honestly never really tell anybody that I'm a pilot in real life. I usually tell people I drive a bus, which normally doesn't go past that. So there's that. Anyways, a couple life things going on. First thing, I was flying for a tour company that flew Robinsons. They stopped flying because there's a tail rotor situation that happened in the Robinson fleet. Our helicopter goes into overhaul the 1st of 2026, so we're 3 months behind on the tail rotor, and that only leaves us like 3 more months to fly the helicopter. The helicopter had 1,100 hours on it. If you know, you know. Your heart hurts because that's a lot of money that just gets flushed down the toilet. But the owner didn't fly it enough. And that's more or less. So, anyways, that kind of sucked. That tanked. I was really hoping that would work out because I want to fly the helicopters. That's all I want to do. I want to fly stuff. I want to get good at flying. I want to get proficient, and I want to like master my craft and get a big boy job and go to work and do my pre-flight and fly the helicopter and land the helicopter and do that. So that is kind of sad. But the good news is through the ashes is born a new whatever Harry Potter reference. I don't know, what is that thing called, a phoenix, I guess. My wife is a super advocate Harry Potter fan, so my brain goes to Harry Potter sometimes. Anyways, so me and my buddy started a company, Jasper Flight Club in Jasper, Georgia, to rent an airplane for folks that want to buy a share in an airplane and also see if I an airplane. So I start my fixed wing ratings this week. We have the money in the bank account. We have the business bank account. We have the LLC. I just don't have access to the card yet. So we're waiting for the card and the checkbook to come in the mail so that I can pay the CFI with the card and we can track our training expenses and overhead in the company through that bank account. So that's awesome. We have a budget of roughly 180,000 for an airplane. I just drank my pre-workout, so like I'm burping. But anyways, buy an airplane, rent airplane, train, get PPL, commercial, IFR rating, and CFI rating, and then potentially CFII and multi-engine, whatever. So pretty much all the money that we make in that company, I want to get us both as highest level of as training as we can, get as much experience as we can, go out there and whip the airplanes, get good at aviation. Yeah, so that's the plan. Eventually, I would like to get into 135 on-demand charters, probably to start off with just the single pilot, and then moving maybe both of us. I'm part owner, he's the other part. So maybe if we can both get in there and start flying to like Florida and Savannah and was the other one, Myrtle Beach, and just around the southeast, that would be pretty sweet. These are pretty high aspirations, and I know I'm probably going to get hate in the comments for this, but whatever. Also, I got a pretty funny comment the other day, and I'll pull it up real quick, but it's pretty much saying that I am a stolen valor person. I've been stealing valor, as if that's, what I'm trying to say. That I am not a pilot. I don't know what I'm talking about, and so and so. So let's see here. We want to filter responses. Another thing. So I've tried to take this video like a million times and I just haven't been successful doing it. But long story short, we bought a piece of property. We're building a house on it. I'm currently in a camper, so that's why the audio sucks. We don't have room. I don't have the money to invest in like a super good setup right now. I don't want to invest in a super good setup in a camper. So these are how the videos are gonna be until you know that's a thing. So until the house is a thing. And I'm trying to find this comment because it was crazy. It was actually pretty funny. So he says, "This whole video is full of shit. No pilot gets their own room." Okay, so that was my mistake. I didn't realize that there was another bunk like above the guy or whatever. So yeah, aircraft carriers are small. And to reiterate, I was a Marine on an aircraft carrier, and we did amphibious assaults. So I don't know anything about the Navy really, like other than we would go to the gym, we'd work out, we'd go on the like little side of the aircraft carrier where we could see the water, we'd smoke cigarettes. Like that's all I remember, and this is like 10 years ago. So who, whatever. My memory's probably skewed too. He said only the CO and a few upper department heads, commander, master chief gets their own room. Okay, cool. I was a chief warrant officer and was always in a 2-man berthing. Okay, well, awesome, man. The dweeb portrayed is nothing less than a lieutenant or more than a lieutenant and is in a 4 to 8-man berthing. Okay, so lieutenants, and that's another thing. He was wearing captain ranks to me. I don't know Navy ranks, or I don't claim to know them, and I don't. So he was wearing captain bars. So I was like, oh, that's captain. Cool. And he said, there's no such thing as a 2-piece flight suit. Well, there is. I assure you that. I wear camis, which is, I guess technically they're not. It's not a flight suit. And the Marine way is camis. They're called fatigues or whatever. I don't even know what the Army calls them. But it's a blouse and it's pants, and they're fire resistant, and that's what we fly in. So there definitely is. It's not a flight suit because it's not a flight suit. I guess would be technically one thing, but we wear two-piece flight gear, whatever. His flight gear is checked out and donned in the PR space and worn directly to the flight deck and returned directly to PR space post-flight. Okay. I don't remember making a comment on that. I served in the U.S. Navy from 82 to 2012. The whole video was bullshit. Okay, sorry. The at 3 minutes 40 seconds, dude calls U.S. Navy Seahawk a Black Hawk. I didn't. I watched the video again, and I called it a Seahawk the first time I saw it, and then I just referenced Blackhawks the second time. So there was that, which proves he's full of shit. Maybe I am full of shit. I don't know. That's your opinion, dude, and whatever. Dude says he wished he did all this from his mom's basement. And that was the funniest part, is because like I grew up pretty like not with money. So the fact that you would assume that my mom has a basement is pretty like nice of you to say, I guess. I remember when I was a kid, and there might be some people watching this that thought the same thing, but if I saw somebody at school or heard somebody at school or went to somebody's house that had like 2 floors, I was like, oh my God, you are rich. Like if you have 2 stories in your house, like that's a pretty big deal. And I remember carpet. So we had wood floors in our like house that we rented when I was a kid. And I remember going over like one of my first friends, I guess one of my first friends that had carpet in their house or whatever. It was a military son guy. His dad was a military, whatever. Anyways, they had this house, and this is in Savannah, Georgia, and we went over there, and they had carpet, and I was like, oh my God. And I slept on the carpet when I went over to his house because I just thought like carpet in a house was like the craziest thing ever. So whatever. Anyways, what I'm trying to get at is my mom doesn't have a basement, and I promise you I am a pilot. I don't know how else to like really convey that. I don't know. Yeah, I can't really prove it, honestly. And the other thing with these videos is like I want to make better videos, but I'm not allowed to record while we fly. Like I can't do it now. I need to talk to the higher command and see if I can take a GoPro. And you know how like on the UH-60s they have that like bulletproof like car seat thing you sit in? I was thinking maybe just put a GoPro on that, but even then it's pretty risky and I don't, somebody watching this, you guys probably know if you're involved in aviation or if you watch aviation videos, but there was a Chinook that crashed. It was a civilian Chinook, I believe, that they were flying with an iPad with like ForeFlight and stuff, and the dude put the iPad on the center console, and then something happened, and it fell and wedged in between the pedals, and it caused them to crash. Like I don't know if they lived or not, but the crash looked pretty gnarly from the video that I saw. So things in the cockpit that aren't secure can be a very big problem. So I can honestly project seeing them say like, you can't clip it on there because what if it falls, and maybe I can dummy cord it, but even then it's like, if somebody tells you no, are you really going to question it as well, or you know what I mean? So it's like, how far do I push that envelope? And I really am not in the position to like question authority like that. So long story short, I can't make videos of us flying, man. I'm sorry. I want to. We do a lot of cool NOE stuff, and we fly in North Georgia, so there's a lot of like in the mountains, low level at night, cool stuff that would be super awesome to show you guys, but I just don't have the permission to do so. So I haven't. So I'm a pilot, I swear. I don't know how else to tell you that. Anyways, that's it. Update. So to wrap it up, we are building a house. That's why I'm in a camper. What else? We're starting the fly club. That's going to be cool. I'm going to get a fly airplanes, which is very nice. I couldn't have done it without my partner, so maybe I'll start another YouTube channel that's solely like that company, and just have us flying in airplanes, because I 100% can do that. Ain't nobody telling me I can't do that. So we could fly airplanes. There's a lot of content about that though, but maybe starting the company from scratch and like getting it going and saying what we did and how we did it would be interesting to some folks. Yeah, building a house, starting the flight company, no longer flying tours, which I'm very sad about. That helicopter, I don't know. I've taken this video so many times. I don't know if I said it in this one or not, this try at it, but helicopter is down. It's not coming back up, most likely, the tour helicopter, so that's sad. Yeah. Our company commander left. He's going to the FBI, and yeah, he's not coming back. So me and the other lieutenant are taking turns running the company, which is interesting. I don't know, man. Thanks for watching the videos. This is I'm just gonna stick this up there, man. This is just like a, if you want to catch up on what I'm doing, this is it. Channel, hopefully I will continue to make videos. I was thinking about maybe aviation weather, looking at Dobbins is where I fly out of, looking at that weather. I got to go to the gym, got to come back, then hang out with the wife. So study a little bit. I'll see you guys in the next one. Thank you for your time. Thank you for subscribing. Thanks for being a part of the channel. Whether you hated the videos or not, you left a comment, so appreciate that. Even the dude that said that I'm stealing valor, like, thanks, man. Appreciate you. Yeah, dude. So we'll see you in the next one. Bye.